Good morning. It is not that early actually, but I've been fighting off this cold and I'm in that weird space where you're not really sick, but you're not well either, and you feel like crap and you're just really tired. And I feel like this is the point at which if I just slow down and take care of myself, then I'm more likely to get over it. And then if I push myself too hard now, I feel like this is the moment, the tipping point, I guess, and I will end up fully sick, mate. I wanted to talk to you about something that was sent to me before I went to Perth. So I've had it for a couple of weeks now, and I didn't know whether I should do this in, like a proper sit-down video, or whether it would be okay to put this in a vlog. But I've decided to put it in a vlog because I don't know when I'm going to be filming the next sit-down video. So I received a PR package, and it is from Ormonde, Jayne, as you've probably gathered from the orange container. I took this to Perth with me and I did sort of wear some of it. This is Arabesque, and this is a really lovely rose oud. I think rose oud must be making a comeback. There's been a few perfumes that I've been trying lately that seem to be a rose oud combo or something of that ilk. And I'm not really complaining. I really went off rose oud profiles for a while there because I felt like they were just everywhere, and now I feel like I'm back into it. As long as we don't go crazy and as long as not every brand starts releasing another rose oud, I'm okay with it. So this is really lovely. What I really like about this one is the fact that it is quite a dry rose oud combo. So it's woody and dark. The rose isn't too sweet. It's very velvety and dry. I feel like I get something a bit green and spicy in here as well. It's quite floral actually. I really get a blast of woods, but as it starts to settle, I get florals, but not just rose. I'm not sure I can say what else is in here in terms of florals, but I'm really bad at picking florals anyway. Anyway, it's good because it gives it a nice softness without being too heavy or too heady either. Yeah, it's very, as you would expect from Ormonde, Jayne, it's very elegantly done. It feels very elevated, very nighttime, sort of formal event type of situation. And I really like this because I feel like it's not too oudy, even though it is quite woody, but I think it's not just oud that's in here, but it's also quite dry and not too sweet, so it doesn't feel like too cloying and overpowering like some rose oud fragrances can feel. Now that it's drying down a little bit more, there is a slight hint of soapiness to it, but it's not too overpowering, it's not too much. And if you're not a fan of soapy fragrances, then I wouldn't be afraid of trying this. It is quite green. There is a green element running through this. And I'm not sure if it's like a patchouli from, that woody side of the perfume, or whether it's just those signature sort of green spices that she tends to use amped up. But there's definitely a greenness in here, which we all know I appreciate a green thread in my fragrances. So probably why I'm really, really enjoying this, even though it is a rose oud and that's not my favorite scent profile. All right, so interesting. I've just had a look at the website, and Ormonde, Jayne are actually classifying this as a gourmand fragrance, or an amber gourmand. But I don't know if I'm really getting gourmand aspects to this. I mean, there is a hint of sweetness, but it's not overly sweet. I'm certainly not getting any foodie sort of elements. Maybe from the fruity aspects, perhaps. Maybe that's what they're getting at. All right, that's interesting. I would not have classified this as a gourmand, but that is what they're classifying this as, or an amber gourmand. So that is lovely. All right, so one thing I was really happy about with this particular PR item was that I was given the option of either having a full bottle or being sent a whole pack of travel sizes. So they come in a pack of 4. I cannot remember what she's calling these. Hang on, let me see if I can look it up. Aperitivo, where you get 4 10ml travel sizes in there. And so this time, instead of getting a full bottle, even though, I mean, obviously I love Ormonde perfumes, that's no secret by this stage. You know, I'm really a big fan of the house and I wear their perfumes all the time. I just don't need full bottles of everything. I was really pleased when I was given the option to do this, because this means that I now have the option to share it with you. So I have 3 here that I have not opened, and I'd like to do it as a giveaway, just as a thank you for all of your support this year, particularly given I have not been very consistent on this channel. The only caveat, of course, is because this is already in my possession and I am the one shipping them out, I can only ship within Australia. Unfortunately, I cannot do this giveaway as an international. However, if any of my Australian viewers would like to enter the giveaway, then please let me know in the comments below. Maybe type in the word Ormonde with a rose emoji, and then you will automatically be entered into the giveaway. I don't know when I'll be drawing it, probably in a couple of weeks' time, I imagine. But yeah, if you would like to enter the giveaway and try Ormonde's Arabesque perfume, then there are 3 chances to win. So feel free to do that. Hi guys, I'm just editing this video and I wanted to quickly provide a little bit more detail about how the winners will be announced. Just because whenever anyone posts a giveaway on social media these days, all the scammers start coming in. I will not be sending you a link. I will comment, or I will reply to your comment on this video if you have won, but that is not all. I will then announce the winner in a pinned comment on this video, and I will also announce them in a post on my community tab. So if you see a response to your comment, you then have to go and check the pinned comment to make sure it's real. Please just double check my pinned comment on this video to make sure that you have actually been announced as a winner. You will not be required to pay any postage. I will be covering the postage for this giveaway, and you will not be required to click on any links or provide your credit card details in any way, shape or form. So please just make sure you double check the pinned comment if you receive any kind of response that looks like it's coming from me saying that you have won this giveaway. Once you have confirmed that you have in fact won the giveaway, you can then send me an email. My email address will be also in the pinned comment. It is also on my profile, my YouTube channel profile, or if you are on Instagram and you are following me there, you can send me a DM through that platform as well, or you can do both just to make sure that I receive the message. Ideally, it would also be good if you respond to my response to your comment so that I know to look for your email or DM, you know, just in case things go to spam folders and I miss your email or your communication entirely. So thanks for your patience for that. I know it's pretty convoluted, but I just don't want anyone to get scammed, particularly at this time of year, because the scammers are out in force right now. So that is all I wanted to say about that right now. I know I sound very unenthusiastic, and I'm sorry. It really is just that I'm just low energy at the moment and I'm trying to stay zen. My scent of the day, apart from having just sprayed Arabesque onto the back of my hand, was Histoires de Parfums 1904. Yesterday I wore 1472, which I love, and I just loved wearing it yesterday. I was really in the mood for that yesterday and it just hit the spot. Today I'm wearing 1904. I wore Coromandel to bed last night, and let me tell you, that is just one of the best perfumes to wear to bed, I reckon. It's so cozy. But 1904 is predominantly an orris perfume, but it's got a suede element running through it as well, which is really, really lovely. It's a very quiet kind of perfume. It doesn't project a whole heap. And I'm okay with that. I'll probably end up changing up my fragrance later in the day, but I just haven't decided what I want to wear yet. One thing though that I wanted to share was while I was in Perth visiting my mother, I can't remember if it was last year, I think it might have been last year, for her birthday or for Christmas, I ordered her a bottle of perfume. I ordered her a bottle of BDK's Bouquet de Hongrie because they don't necessarily know about my YouTube channel, but they know that I have a lot of perfume, put it that way. And Mum sort of said to me on the phone last year that she was that she would like a different perfume, but she wants something a bit different to what she already had, which was Youth Dew by Estee Lauder. That is a perfume she has worn literally for decades. She's worn nothing else but Youth Dew by Estee Lauder. And she said to me that she doesn't wear perfume very much anymore because she finds that to be a little bit too heavy. She said she's just a bit sick of it. She's been wearing it for so long. So she said to me, can you recommend or pick something for me that's a little bit different, which was hard because obviously I'm not over there and I can't just make up a bunch of samples. Well, I could send them in the mail, but I think she would find that overwhelming. She wanted something more of a light floral, not too ambery, not too heavy. Oh, and the other thing was that she was happy for me to buy bottles secondhand through the Facebook group. I mean, a lot of the bottles that get sold in our local Facebook groups are pretty much full. There are people who sell things that are half used as well, but a lot of the stuff that gets sold is sort of a catch and release situation where they've bought it, they've tested it a couple of times, didn't like it, and then they're selling it on. So they're basically full bottles. Anyway, so I saw this lady advertise BDK's Bouquet de Hongrie, and I thought, that could work because it is sort of a light, fresh, petally rose perfume with a little bit of musk as well. So I decided I would buy that for her, and I just had the lady ship that bottle directly to my mum rather than coming to me and then me having to ship it on. And the thing that I really like about buying in the local Facebook groups is we're all sort of fragrance enthusiasts. So we always throw in extra samples of stuff when we sell a bottle to somebody. Anyway, last week when I was visiting her in hospital, she said to me there was a sample with the perfume and she said, your father really, really loved it. So I rang Dad and I said, can you dig out the samples and let me know which is the one that she's talking about? And it turns out it was a sample of Dolci Pensieri by Profumum Roma. Anyway, he didn't even say the name. He was just spelling it out for me. And I went, oh, it's Dolci Pensieri, isn't it? And he said, yeah, that's it. I went, right. I just bought that not too long ago, but I only bought the travel size, the 20 ml size. Anyway, Dad said, can you find it for me? I said, yes, there's a perfumery in Melbourne that sells them. He said, well, how much is it? And I said, you probably don't want to know. I had already bought the 20 ml. I have been wearing it a little bit. I've used a little bit of it, not too much, but I think I'm just going to send them the one that I have rather than buying them a brand new one. Because even though I'm really enjoying it, we're coming into summer and there's so many other things that I know I'll be reaching for over that. I won't be wearing that a huge amount. I think I will let that one go. Anyway, so I just thought that was a fun little story because now my mother's getting into the really niche stuff. Anyway, I think I'm going to leave it there for now. I have to go do some work and I think Matt is also cooking breakfast, so I might go down and see what he's cooking for breakfast. But don't forget to enter that giveaway if you want to be in the running for a travel size of Arabesque by Ormonde. So Matt did not cook me breakfast, but he did make me coffee, and therefore I ended up cooking my breakfast myself. Can I help you, Poppy? Can I help you? Please ignore all the perfume sample boxes that are on the floor. And just as I went downstairs, the farmer's pick box arrived. So I had lots of fresh veggies and I decided to just do a medley of vegetables with some ricotta cheese and some bean sprouts and some lentils as well. So it doesn't look like much, but it will taste delicious, I'm sure. And I've really been into some random things lately, like rock melon. absolutely loving rock melon at the moment. And rock melon is something that I've never really loved. But for some reason at the moment, I can't get enough of rock melon and ricotta cheese. But it has to be the good ricotta cheese, the stuff from the Italian deli in Wollongabba. Can't just be from the supermarket. It's probably all the same stuff. But in my head, it tastes better if it comes from the Italian small goods store. The other thing I just wanted to mention quickly too is that I should mention Arabesque to me leans a little bit on the masculine side. So it has a freshness about it that it sort of gets more aromatic actually as it dries down, and it has this sort of men's cologne type feel to it. So I thought that might be useful to mention, particularly for anyone who wanted to enter the giveaway thinking that it's going to be a very feminine sort of rose. It's not. It definitely leans on the masculine end of the spectrum to me, even though anyone can wear anything, and of course I have been wearing it. Okay, so also I had a package arrive today. Don't mind my messy bed. It's sheet washing day today. Hello, Poppy. Hello, Baba. And she's so funny. And I know what this is. It took a few weeks for it to arrive actually, because I had to order it from US Amazon. I did a Google search not long ago wanting to find a bath or shower gel that smells like the Rose 31 shower gel by Le Labo. I had a bunch of the little travel size ones from when I stayed at a Fairmont hotel years ago, and while I was there, I collected them all. Like every day I was just shoving them in my toiletry bag, and then it's taken me this long to get through them all. I don't use them all the time though, because I forget that I have them. So I literally just used up the last one a little while ago, and I thought, I just love this stuff. But I wasn't prepared to pay $91 for, a full-size shower gel. So I decided to jump online, and there is a shower gel that's sold on Amazon that people in the forums online say smells like Rose 31. But the weird thing is the note profile, like the scent profile, I can't remember what it's called. I can't remember the name of it. So it'll be interesting when I open this finally. From the name of it and from the description, I would think it wouldn't smell like Rose 31 because I don't think it even has rose in it. But anyway, we'll see. Let's see if this is going to be a winner or not. Okay, so it's a little bit broken, but luckily it did not leak. This is, what's it called? Harry's Fig Body Wash. Yeah, so I was thinking, I can't imagine this would smell like Rose 31. But anyway, let's have a go. I can categorically say that this is a fail. It does not smell like Rose 31, not in the slightest. However, it smells quite nice, so I think we will enjoy. Do you think that's nice too, Poppy? So I think we will enjoy using it nonetheless. Luckily, it wasn't that expensive. My scent of the day today is Musc Ravageur by Frederic Malle. I've really been into the ambers in the last couple of weeks. What can I say? I've been liking the strong ones, and I wore Coromandel to bed again last night and absolutely loved it. Had some weird dreams though, but it's probably not due to the perfume. I actually have been sort of just surviving off travel sizes of this stuff, and in 2020 one of my subscribers sent me a travel size of this, and then I replaced that with another one. And recently on one of the Facebook groups, someone was selling this, and this is a bottle from 2016. It does have a batch code on the bottom. Yeah, it smells really, really lovely. And I noticed that yesterday he just posted a bottle for sale that was from 2010. 2016 is still a fairly old formulation, so this is beautiful, beautiful stuff, and I'm very, very glad I picked this up, and I've really been loving it. Even though, it's hot enough to have the aircon going at the moment, this stuff is just amazing. And like I said, I've been getting really into the ambers lately, and I'm sort of veering away all of a sudden from all these light florals and stuff. I know I will circle back to them when summer really kicks in, but at the moment, for some reason, I just want ambers and woody and spicy fragrances. All right, well, it's coffee time, and then I have to get back to work. Hello. Do you notice something different? We are in my kitchen and I have light. I had the electrician over this weekend. He's put up these pendant lights. One hangs over the dining table and the other one hangs over the bench. I only have the pendant light on at the moment, but we also have spotlights that sort of wash down the walls. It's great. I really love it. The only problem is that the circuit that all of the lighting is on is a little bit overloaded at the moment. We have a very old house, and so whenever we do something new that is electrical, we are slowly having to just rewire everything in the house. So the electrician has to come back and rewire that circuit so that it doesn't get overloaded, but that's okay. At least we have the pendant lights on and they're working, which is fantastic. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to have light. We have not had any light at all in the kitchen, dining area and living room for about 6 months now. So this is very exciting for us. Although I have to say, I haven't minded too much just using floor lamps and, smaller lamps scattered around the place. I quite like the look of just having floor lamps on and things like that at night time. But just when you're cooking or when you're trying to work, we definitely need task lighting because this house, because it's dark otherwise. So as you can tell, I am freshly showered after the walk with Poppy. I haven't done my hair yet, but that'll come. We are going out this evening for dinner with friends, so I probably will want to fix this at some point. But right now what I want to do is I need to make a candle, just because the candle supplier that I've been buying some stuff from, they have a Black Friday sale on at the moment, so I want to test a couple of things so that I can decide if I want to buy some more in a bit more bulk so that I can remake the same candles over and over again. Because as you may or may not be aware of, I'm on a mission to actually make my house smell really good without having to always go to a department store and buying commercial products. So I think, and I like the idea of making my own candles, because similar to the way we all probably like the idea of making our own perfume, I just feel like you can come up with something fairly unique and something that really suits you. And I think that is a really nice thought to have around making your house smell really pleasant, but in a way that really resonates with you as a person. So anyway, I am going to put you down on the bench and we'll get started making this candle. Okay, yeah, I know this lighting is actually not so great for filming in, but never mind. I am going to use an old glass house candle jar because I have many of these in my cupboard. So this is one of their standard sizes. It's, I think, the 380 gram candle jar. I just want to say that I had previously heard that you shouldn't reuse candle jars for new candles because the glass might somehow be compromised from the heat of having burned a candle in it before. But however, in Europe, it is now, I think, a regulatory requirement that candles need to be refillable or something. And a lot of them, particularly Carrier Frere, they just provide literally a votive candle refill, and you just put the candle in and burn it as usual, and then you have to clean out the jar again. Other candle companies are doing refills in like a sleeve that you just insert the sleeve and it burns in that sleeve, and then you can just take it out and you don't have to clean the original jar. But I figured if Carrier Frere are providing refills that you literally put directly into the jar, then it must be okay. Like these vessels, these candle vessels from commercial companies must be, okay to reuse. What, Poppy? So one of my favorite candles, ironically from Glasshouse, although that is not the jar I'm using today, is the one that's called the Hamptons, and it's a petitgrain and teakwood fragrance. And this is a fragrance oil that I found which has teakwood and like an ambery, mossy base to it, so I thought this one might be a nice substitute for the glasshouse one that I usually buy. Okay, so for this wax, I have to cool it to between 65 to 75 degrees Celsius. Yeah, so the reason I chose this particular fragrance oil, as I said, is that I thought it might be, I guess, in the same realm as the one that I like from Glasshouse. And I have to say, like, the thing that has stopped me in the past from making my own candles is I just assumed that the fragrances that were available direct to the market were probably not going to be as nice as the ones that the candle companies used. I mean, obviously I assumed that a lot of the candle companies, the big candle companies, probably have their own perfumer, or they probably use a fragrance house like Givaudan or Firmenich or something like that to get perfumers to make specific fragrance blends for them. And I think they do that, but a lot of the candle making suppliers that sell to just the general market have an in-house perfumer. So one of the companies in Australia definitely has their own in-house perfumer. So that's a plus. I never bothered trying to make my own candles because I always assumed that I wouldn't be able to make them smell as nice as the ones you get in the store. But it turns out there are some really great fragrance products for candles out there now that you can just buy as a small customer. This is under 75 degrees now. That's great. I can now add the fragrance oil. Ooh, that smells nice. So I'm convinced now that I can probably make some really nice candles just at home for myself without having to spend hundreds of dollars. Okay, the surface of that is going to be a little bit munted because I let those wicks collapse. I didn't have my little wick holder handy. I had one made up last night and it was sitting on the bench, but I think Matt was playing with it and now I don't know what he's done with it. Anyway, so that is the candle. I have underfilled it quite a bit. If I had filled it up more, I wouldn't have had enough fragrance oil to get the concentration that I wanted. So I just used the amount of oil that I had. So that is that. I've got to clean up this mess now. Okay, looking a little bit more fresh than I was before. Lipstick, hang on, or some kind of lip gloss or something. Dervish lip liner from MAC is my favourite lip liner because it really matches the natural tone of my lips. Yeah, so that's just the Dervish lip liner, nothing else on there yet, although I do want to wear a little bit of colour today. What do I want to wear? Maybe some Niagara from NARS or Sunday Matinee from Lisa Eldridge. I've really been loving this one actually. Lisa Eldridge had a sale on a few months ago, just before I got my braces on, I think. So I did buy a few things. It was a bit naughty because I knew that I didn't really need that much lipstick. But I kind of haven't worn them very much since I got them because of the braces. I feel like wearing lipstick with the braces is not a great look. So I need some lip balm. Here we go. Yeah, I think that'll do. I still don't know what time Matt is getting back from Melbourne. He hasn't messaged me, which is very frustrating. Just need to grab the bling. I bought this little ultrasonic bath to clean my jewellery. And I tell you what, it works a treat, although I still think the old way that I was doing it with a baby toothbrush and warm soapy water was more than sufficient. But what it's really been good for is watches, particularly the Apple Watch band, you know, the metal meshy one. That gets so gross. And I knew it was gross because I could look, just by looking at it, I could tell it was dirty. And I tried to clean it a few times just manually and couldn't really do a good job of it. But I put that in the ultrasonic bath and I was horrified of all the gunk that came out. And I just stood there watching it and all this gunk just rose to the surface of the water. I was like, ooh. So note to self, make sure I wash my Apple Watch band regularly. Okay, so I'm almost ready to go. I bought these shoes from Baird in their Black Friday sale. They're like this limey yellow color, and to be fair, I wasn't sure about them at first because I don't know, I just thought they were maybe a little bit too much. But while I was in store, I had these on and I was just having a look around to see if there was something else that I would prefer. By the time I'd sort of done a little spin around the store, I had decided that I thought these were adorable and I love them. How cute are they? Most of my shoes are now Baird footwear shoes because they're just so comfortable and they look great. And yeah, I mean, I never get sick of wearing them. All right, I think I'm ready to go, apart from perfume. The sun is doing its best to come out. So I want to wear something bright and sunny. Oh, Elae. How good is Elae, man? It's so good. Or I also did, you're gonna laugh, I did actually end up picking up APOM by Maison Francis Kurkdjian. I just got the little 35ml. These are so expensive to buy now. So, but that was my little treat to myself after a very challenging month. So yeah, I bought that one yesterday. Maybe I'll wear that, but I'm actually sort of leaning towards Love Delight today. I think that's what I want to wear today. It's just so airy and fluffy, and whereas APOM is a bit more soapy and aldehydic. I might take the APOM in my bag, and if I want to top up, I can top up with that because I think these two will go well together. But for the moment, my scent of the day is Love Delight. And in a couple of weeks' time, I'm going to be looking after somebody's dog. They have a vizslas, same as Poppy. She's about a year older than Poppy, and they just got married. And they've been having a lot of trouble finding someone to take her just for 3 nights while they go on a mini honeymoon. And it turns out she only lives about 5 minutes away. So that is perfect. So she's coming around this afternoon so that we can introduce the dogs and so she can see where her dog is going to be, and to meet Poppy and hopefully Matt if he's home. Who knows what time he's getting home today. I just wanted to jump on very quickly and say a huge thank you to Meg, who sent me a surprise package which included not 1 but 2 samples of MFK's APOM Femme. I'm very grateful for this, Meg. Thank you so much, because yeah, I absolutely adore this perfume, and I assure you I will cherish these drops. But I do intend to wear them. They will not be languishing in my wardrobe. And what a wonderful way to close out the month of November 2024. It's been a challenging month, but this just puts a really nice spin on the end of the month, and I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.